What's the worst kiss you've ever had? I don't think I've ever had a bad kiss, which probably means I've caused them instead. I've found when I'm not feeling it, neither are they usually. And when I am, they usually are as well. So they've probably mostly been a-okay for them as well, friend. A girl that thought kissing was to try and get her tongue as far down my esophagus as she could immediately after lips touching. That was my first real kiss in middle school. I had a peck here or there, but Allison just went for it. I think she thought I had hidden ice cream back there, or perhaps she was inspired by seagulls feeding their young. Tough to tell. I also dated a girl who would just open her mouth, lol, wide too. Maybe she confused kissing with auditions to be the singing bass mouth model. I was playing with my boss's dog in the office, and in a freak moment of terrible timing, I was closing my mouth from having laughed, and she licked at me and her tongue went in my mouth. She dragged it out, and I felt every bump and contour in my mouth whilst it exited. It keeps me awake years later. The title is Worst Kiss. Can't stop thinking about it. Keeps me up years later. Oh yeah, it does. It was the very first time I drank alcohol. First high school football game, too. I met this boy and, feeling the liquid courage, went in for a kiss. My very first kiss ever. Unfortunately, when I pulled back from the kiss, I realized that the massive pimple that had been pulsating near his lip had popped during our kiss and was now smeared on both his lips and mine. I also got my first period that night at the football game and was convinced that the smeared pimple was God's punishment for drinking LMAO. Thanks for sharing. Haven't cringed this hard in a while. Oh my God. That would be my first kiss when I was a freshman in college. I went out on my first date, but I was trying to play it cool, like none of it was new to me. Amazingly enough, I turned out to be a natural. There was witty banter, no awkward pauses, even a little flirting. Everything was going swimmingly. Then he leaned in to kiss me, and I kind of jumped back. I don't know why. But even that I managed to salvage. I laughed it off and said, "You startled me, let's try that again." So he cupped my face, leaned in, and kissed me. It was relatively brief, and I thought it was perfect. Then he asked if it was my first kiss. I was like, haha, what? Why would you say that? He looked down, and I had my hands wrapped around his wrists while he was cooping my face, which, granted, was rather awkward, but I didn't know what to do with them. I was mortified. He was amused. Too amused, and to this day, he still teases me about it whenever he's feeling particularly smug or douche. In college, my girlfriend, now wife, had some friends that we hung around a lot. One night, we had been drinking with one of those friends and were walking back to the dorms. They were play fighting all the way back and made a stop to wrestle in the sand of a volleyball court outside the dorms. Eventually, we made our way back inside. Her friend made a comment about how she was going to steal my girlfriend from me. My girlfriend played along with a big hug. That turned into a kiss. They laughed it off, and then there was kind of a pause. My girlfriend came to me and kissed me. Then her friend came in for a kiss, except she was a bit too aggressive with it for some reason and clashed her front teeth against mine. I was trying to hold back pain because of the circumstances, but everything abruptly stopped because she realized she had chipped her tooth against mine. My girlfriend couldn't stop laughing, and her friend was half laughing and half crying. Girlfriend's friend initiated a possible threesome, but it ended when she chipped her tooth on mine while being too aggressive on a kiss. Thanks for watching. Write your story in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you tomorrow.